So, you're struggling a bit with NoFap, huh? Perhaps you have been falling off the horse a few more times than you would like recently, and sometimes you even question whether this whole NoFap thing is worth it or not. Well, the first thing I would like to say is that you know how guys have different goals out there. Some focus more on retention, others more on quitting porn. Now here's the thing, no matter what your goal is, if you feel like you're just spinning your wheels, there are 3 words I want to imprint in your mind. Progress, not perfection. You have to realize that this is a journey and you have to be able to look at the big picture. I think most of you already know that I come from a background of being addicted to porn. So this is why I fully believe that getting rid of those nasty porn binges where you edge to porn for hours on end is the most important thing for you to get rid of. That's where at least 95% of the benefits lie, because by fapping to porn for many hours a week, you run the risk of desensitizing the reward system in your brain. You all know that by now, right? Now, I'm not here to moralize and tell you how to live. In fact, if you choose to watch porn, then hey, go right ahead. It's your life and your rules. However, as a former porn addict myself, I feel the need to inform you of the fact that having a desensitized reward system makes life much more boring. Why? Well, the clue is in the name, desensitization. That means a numb pleasure response. And if your pleasure response is numb, you get less pleasure out of everything in life, not just porn. That's right, going out and meeting people will just feel like a lot of work. Listening to music is no longer as fun, and you have a hard time getting turned on by normal-looking women in real life because you and your hand have been numbing yourself so much in front of your laptop. Now, of course, you can do semen retention too if you like to, as some guys find that gives them a bit of extra energy. But here's my point. No matter what goal you have with NoFap, you should not be too hard on yourself if you happen to slip. This is true for both a porn relapse or a relapse in regards to just releasing your seed, especially the semen retention. If you're just doing that, then, oh man, I would say to just treat it as an interesting challenge, a fun game that can bring you a bit more energy if you play it correctly. And don't freak out if you happen to have a wet dream released during sex or even through masturbation. If you slip, you slip, no big deal. Look, what I'm trying to say is that getting rid of porn is more important. But even here, even if you have a nasty porn relapse, you shouldn't beat yourself up about it. It happens all the time to most people out there. And what you want to do is to simply look at the situation, try to figure out what you could have done differently, and then you take it as a learning experience and put it in your backpack as you trudge forward on your journey. Yeah. No beating yourself up about it. Now, yes, I have often said that you need to have strict rules if you want to quit porn. And I still say that, because you should. But that's not the same as to say that you have to beat yourself up if you happen to relapse. No, you have to be kind to yourself. If you're addicted to porn, then keep in mind that we are talking about real addiction-related brain changes here. And getting out of it can take some time and some effort, but you can do it. And also, if you're wondering if it will all be worth it, I can only say, oh man, by giving up porn, your reward system will become healthy again. And with a healthy dopamine system, everything in life will be so much more interesting again. Remember that childlike excitement for life you used to have? Well, that is what many who overcome an addiction start to experience again. All those small day-to-day activities will bring you so much more joy again. And not only that, dopamine is actually even more about motivation than pleasure. So the increase in motivation and drive you'll get after quitting porn is absolutely amazing. If you're feeling really down right now and you're wondering where to find the strength to keep going with this NoFap journey, I would like to end by saying, look, it's not about finding the strength to move on. It's about moving on when you don't have the strength. think about those words for a while. If you could learn how to do that, and this is true within any area of your life, by the way, not just NoFap, but if you can learn how to do that, oh man, you'll become almost invincible. And okay guys, do you feel like you are already doing almost everything right, yet you still keep relapsing? Well, if so, take a look at this video right here, as over there I talk about something that could be the reason behind that. Something that surprisingly few people actually think about. Just watch the video right now and you'll see exactly what I mean.